God is speaking to you, hearing God's voice in the little things through morning prayer. Friends, how often do we truly listen? Not just to the noise around us, but to the still, small voice within. God is speaking always, but are we tuned in to His frequency? He doesn't always shout from the mountaintops. More often, He whispers in the gentle breeze, in the quiet moments, in the everyday occurrences we often overlook. That's why I want to talk to you today about cultivating a daily practice, specifically a morning prayer routine, to help you hear God's voice in the little things. Let's be clear, God isn't some distant, uninvolved observer. He's actively present in your life, in my life, in every single moment. He desires to connect with you, to guide you, to comfort you. He longs to be a part of your daily journey. But so often, we miss His guidance. We're too busy, too distracted, too caught up in the noise of the world to hear His gentle nudges. I challenge you today to quiet your mind, open your heart, and truly listen. God is speaking. Are you ready to hear Him? Starting your day with prayer isn't just a religious ritual, it's a crucial act of intentionality. It's setting the tone for your entire day. Prayer isn't about reciting empty words or checking off a box on a spiritual to-do list. It's about genuine connection, about opening yourself up to the divine. It's about consciously creating space for God in your life, making a deliberate effort to invite Him into your day. Approach your morning prayer with an attitude of listening. Don't just talk at God, talk with Him. Seek His will, ask for His guidance, and trust that He will lead you. He wants to direct your steps, to illuminate your path. Now, how do we actually hear God's voice? Often, it's in the little things, the seemingly insignificant moments that we tend to dismiss. These little things are often the key avenues through which God speaks to us. They are the whispers of the divine in the midst of our busy lives. Perhaps it's a sudden feeling of peace that washes over you, a sense of calm amidst the chaos. That could be God reassuring you, letting you know you're not alone. Maybe it's a sudden inspiration, a creative idea that pops into your head seemingly out of nowhere. That could be God planting a seed of potential within you. It could be a helpful encounter with a stranger, someone who offers a word of encouragement or a piece of advice that resonates deeply. God often uses others to speak to us. Or perhaps it's a specific thought that arises in your mind, a gentle prompting that guides you in a particular direction. Pay attention to these thoughts. They might be more than just random musings. The key is to pay attention to these seemingly insignificant moments. Don't dismiss them as mere coincidence or random occurrences. Recognize them as potential whispers from God, as opportunities to connect with the divine. He is speaking even in the smallest of details. So, how do we put this into practice? How do we cultivate a morning prayer routine that allows us to hear God's voice in the little things? First, create a dedicated prayer space. Find a quiet corner in your home where you can be alone with God, free from distractions. This space doesn't have to be fancy or elaborate. It just needs to be a place where you feel comfortable and connected to the divine. Next, incorporate scripture into your prayer time. Read a passage from the Bible and ask God to reveal its meaning to you. Don't just read the words, meditate on them. Ask yourself how they apply to your life and listen for God's guidance. Journaling can also be a powerful tool for hearing God's voice. Write down your thoughts, feelings, and insights as you pray. This can help you to process your emotions, clarify your thoughts, and recognize patterns in your life. It can also help you to remember the things that God has spoken to you. Practice gratitude. Take time each morning to thank God for the blessings in your life, both big and small. Gratitude opens your heart to God's presence and allows you to see His hand at work in your life. It shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. Be mindful of your surroundings and the people you encounter throughout the day. Pay attention to the details of your life. Look for opportunities to serve others and show love. God often speaks to us through our interactions with others. When you are serving and loving others, you are reflecting God's love to the world. This act of service can open your heart to hear God's voice more clearly. My friends, I want to empower you to develop a deeper, more intimate relationship with God. It's a journey, not a destination. Start actively seeking His voice in the everyday moments, in the little things that you might have previously overlooked. As you do, you'll begin to experience a greater sense of purpose, a deeper understanding of your place in the world. You'll also experience a greater sense of peace, knowing that you are not alone, that God is with you every step of the way. And you'll experience a greater sense of guidance, knowing that God is leading you, directing your path, and illuminating your way. Cultivate a spiritual awareness, a sensitivity to the presence of God in your life. Train yourself to recognize His voice, even in the midst of the noise and chaos. Transform the mundane into the sacred. See every moment as an opportunity to connect with the divine, to experience God's love and grace. Allow God's presence to permeate every aspect of your day, from the moment you wake up until the moment you go to sleep. He is always there, waiting to connect with you. Listen for His voice. He is speaking,